Hey everybody, we're about to check out this Papa Gut video. Hairdresser canceled appointment for not tipping. I like Papa Gut. He's a very sensible, nice guy. But I also just want to talk about a bunch of stuff because service people are weird online now, I guess. Anyways, let's get into the video.
My wife's making dinner right now, and
That's
I'm
nice.
watching
Oh, what? That's not nice.
another segment. All right, I came across this on TikTok. It was kind
Crazy.
of weird. I didn't watch all the parts to it, but I'm kind of curious.
How are you?
Yeah, it says
Hello.
your hairdresser canceled her appointment for not tipping. That's what this is about.
I haven't seen you for a while. I'm very well, thank you. Very busy.
Yeah, well, you must be really busy because I've seen that you actually cancelled my appointment. I've absolutely no idea why, but.
I did. I will tell you why.
I think this is real.
I mean,
Yeah. uh, it could be fake. I don't know, but I don't. If there's a lot of parts, I don't know if it's probably not fake. It's funny though. It's funny though.
I'm really, really upset and a bit disappointed that you didn't give me a tip. And the ladies that gave me a tip, I have to prioritize them. I'm really sorry.
Okay. Look,
I
I
disagree.
with the hairdresser, to be honest with you.
What?
First of all, I don't even
No.
know if it's real, but if it is real, I don't. I mean, listen, tip culture is crazy. Okay, tip culture is a little out of hand, but the reality is that if you're a worker that works off of tips, you have to do that.
No, no. You okay? You don't. No one has to do anything. But if you get tips and you want to get tips, that's nice. But it's not required, and maybe you should find something else to do. And being a hairdresser is something you need a license to do. So maybe get a job that you don't need to get tipped in or something. I don't know. It's like, or try to fix the system. Or don't play the system because that just makes people angry. It does things like this. It's just that simple. Or it's an optional thing, and don't enforce an optional thing, or like try to prioritize that because it's kind of like, I mean, it's whatever. Free market, but free market's kind of stupid because freedom doesn't help people.
You have to do that. Like you need to make money. So
Oh,
if this woman is filled up, and she's got 10 clients, but she's only got 9 openings, well, guess who's getting cut? It's gonna be the woman who doesn't tip them.
that's not
That's it.
you.
I agree with them. I think it's okay.
No, but that's different though. That's different than this circumstance because this is an appointment that was made, right? There was an appointment that you made with the person, an agreement that you had set on. Otherwise, you would tip to make an appointment then, and then this would be a good argument. But you now it's like you need to like the bigger the tip it's gonna be, the better your appointment will be then, and that just defies the whole point of paying for anything. And that's just so stupid of an idiot thing to like make a system. Like, but we have so many things that we just say no. Free market systems and cultures can self-regulate themselves, but like things implode because not everyone can do a thing, and it's like things happen. Also, like if you're like even like yeah, workers need to do things, but also customers are customers. What do you mean? Workers chose to do the thing. Customers didn't. They didn't choose to have false thoughts of what you would give them. Okay, that's not in the agreement here. You know what the world is like, but these people. You have an expectation to hold, but these people don't have an expectation to hold to be a good citizen, just a citizen. So you can't argue with people when they're not being as decent as you might like. And this is certainly not an exception to that. Like, some people are just poor and they can't tip and they're sorry, but they might not make that many appointments, but they might make some appointments. But then it's like, well, I can't really tip, but I do need something done. And that's like the flaw of the system. But no one is really making a platform to really petition the system, and that's really the issue. But let's continue.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. Okay, that's just life.
No, we fix life. We don't
So you cancelled
fuck.
my appointment because I didn't give you a tip.
Here's my thing too. Like I understand tip culture gets out of control, but she didn't even tip her. It's not even like she gave her like a 10% tip. Okay, she didn't tip her at all. So it's not even like you're engaging.
Okay. Well, maybe based on their friendship here, maybe she's like been there a bunch of times. Maybe this is like one of the only times, or like a few times that she hasn't tipped. And also, people are poor sometimes, and tipping is something that is not required. If you're delusional as to think this is required, I don't know what to tell you. You're imbeciles.
Usually you tip your hairdresser.
Yes, because the other lady, I'm so busy. I have to prioritize my customers.
True.
Yeah, Joan, sorry, I completely understand that, but I've literally been coming to you for a year now.
Damn, you haven't been tipping for a year? Damn.
How are you?
Was it just one time you didn't
Is
tip?
it like people were expected to leave tips? I didn't think that that was a thing.
Well, our salaries aren't very good.
I feel like it's probably pretty well known that they get tips. This woman just didn't want to tip. And you do you, but again, she got
Depends.
a tip. I'd prioritize them too, bro. So there's no way you didn't know.
I mean, I'm working my way up the hairdressing ladder, and I do, you know, if you give us a tip, we do a really good job on your hair.
Yeah, that's fair. You tip if they do a good job. That's what you're supposed to do.
Sorry, I just think this is really, really unfair. Like, I
Tip them.
just need this appointment. My hair's
But again, like, that is just a bit over excessive right there. I mean, you know, how tipping is. I think it's the issue though then of like the having to know something going into something, and the issue of you're not going to tell me going into something, but after going into something and having done something, because it's respectful to not say, oh, you give me money, more money, me do better. It's kind of rude to just up front say that, but if you just imply things at the back end and after you brutally like assassinate people, but this person's attitude doesn't help anything. But so maybe there was like rudeness in the pretense before that, you know. I think that might have something more to do with it than anything. You know, it's just unfortunate the world is so stupid as to say that you know, it's not society's fault for providing a good enough platform where you don't need to rely on more than, you know, someone to pay. Or also, I feel like it's just weird, you know, whatever.
Well, I mean, I can't fit you in at the moment. I'm so busy. You know, perhaps in a few weeks or next time you come, you could leave a tip. I will be quite happy to fit you in.
Yeah, see, like, look at that. That is no. You don't, that's not how you play. That's not how you play a game of correctly handling a situation. I mean, this is upfront at the second end, but you would need to make a policy or something of that. Otherwise, you could probably, I would say, I don't know, maybe you get sued. I don't know. I don't know for not upholding an appointment, but, you know, it depends, right? If this, like, imagine another circumstance. Like appointment. Yeah, it's an appointment though. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Whatever. It's just the appointment part that I'm hung up on. If it was just like a normal, like, hey, you didn't tip, don't come back because I'm not going to be able to serve you if you're not tipping me. That would be totally maybe different and acceptable for them to say, but they're not. But like, just not abiding by an appointment, or just not, and then not just like telling them you canceled maybe is like a big issue. I feel in my book, you know, it's like a customer shouldn't have equal responsibility as the person giving for the most part, you know. Now you could say skeptical this, skeptical that, but then it's like, well, I'm just going to assume then that all the regulations going into food are meaningless, and everything I should eat I should be skeptical of, and just like grow my own food and like be skeptical of like all the regulations and like all the, I don't know, it's just, I'm just delusional here. Anyways, let's get back into the Papa fun time.
I'm just going to be honest at the moment, and I can't do it. I have to prioritise my other ladies who give the tip. The tips are very important to us. I know it might
That's fair.
not mean much to you.
Is it like
Hey, listen,
It's weird.
Listen, I don't know if it's bad acting or it might just be that being British people.
Oh, that's funny. You know, I just realized and you can't see this, but I'm recording on my OBS here, and I just realized that I could see him also recording on his OBS. Oh, now I just stupid. Sorry, let's continue with this. I'm being horrible here, Libby.
They're just dumb.
Like the cost
And they talk like shit. That's what I think.
There's 4
of living
parts.
crisis right now. I think that if you're relying on tips from your clients, then
Hold on,
maybe
hold on. What did you just say?
like the
Part
cost
three.
of living crisis
We're in a cost of living
right now. I think that if you're relying on tips from your clients, then maybe you should just up your prices.
Maybe. The problem is that like tipping culture is a real thing, and like I guess you could be like, hey, we charge more, but but you're not allowed to tip. Sure, they could operate in that business model, but I feel like that's risky. You're probably better off just being like, this is our price, and then having a tip culture. Again, tip culture can get a little out of hand.
Oh, but
I
that's
think
like
maybe it's not a bad idea to just, like,
an
raise
issue,
the
though.
livable wage. I think that's a reasonable idea.
Because not everyone shops at a tip place, you know.
Because people don't plan their tips. But at the same time, it's like this individual woman. What is she supposed to do about it? She's like, you know what I mean? She needs to make her money.
But also, like, I don't know how much a hairdresser costs, but, you know, it does depend. You know, sometimes if you're paying a lot, you should tip, but I don't know, it's weird. I mean, tipping is whatever, you know. I mean, tipping, like, it's a good thing to do, but there have been times that I haven't tipped because it's like, well, yeah, but you having the tip versus me having the tip, we're in the same boat here. Like, that's a lot of people. And I think that's what this person's saying. And I think this person's also saying, well, it would be nice if we could also have, like, cost of living, like, you know, pricing comparative, you know, or something, like, because it's like being very disingenuous to just say, well, this and this, but then if you tip, we'll help you out more. It's just such a frustrating thing because you're actively putting yourself in this position. You know, it's like me saying, here, guys, hey, I'm putting myself in the position to be on YouTube every day and post multiple times a day and make lots of shorts and clips for you guys. And you guys not subbing is the exact thing that leaves us in the bad cost of living we're in. I have to promote a sub culture here, just like you have to promote a tip culture, okay? Because I need to live for the thing that I want to do and feel passionate about here. I'm forcing you. If you're not subbing, you can just leave, okay? Share this video to everyone else who will sub, okay? You don't need to sub, okay? But if you want to continue watching, you need to sub, okay? Because this is a sub culture zone right here, okay? Bye-bye! All right, let's continue. Let's continue the video.
You know, she's that's what the field is, and you knew that going in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know it. So you don't need to.
And my thing is like, oh, I didn't tip, so why don't you just up your prices? So then why don't you just pay like a flat 15 or 10% increase on whatever they're saying, regardless of how good it is or something? You know what I mean?
Well, no, because you're not. Because they're the ones saying that they need more, not you're the one who's thinking they needed more. That's the whole issue in the first place. This. Okay, if I'm poor and I ask you to do something for me, and you tell me this is your price, and you expect like a $30 or like $5 tip, and I can only tip like nothing because I'm poor, and you didn't know that going into this, and then I didn't know you were poor going into this, but you're the one making money and setting the prices. Obviously, I'm gonna get frustrated when you say, "Hey, what's the deal? You didn't pay me more money, bro. I'm broke as hell. Just shut up and find some other person to scalp." Like, fuck off.
Be paying more regardless.
That's frustrating.
Or specify that, you know, you want some kind of tip, because how was I supposed to know? And at the end of the day, this is
Well, you probably do.
causing me loads of problems because
Well, that's your
nobody else can really.
No. Like, he's saying, how would you, like, you probably know to tip because, like, tip culture, but, like, tipping versus tipping to get something fucking done is a big difference, okay? I have never once in my life considered that to be a thing, to tip to get something done, because that is the most ludicrous thing. Unless you're at, like, trying to get something extra, and then you're, like, trying to tip for extra. That's the only thing I could think of. And then otherwise, you just like maybe like $3, $5, $10 depending, and then like it gets more expensive with food because those bills are a bit. But yeah, it's just like chill sometimes, you know. But like not every time I might tip, you know. It depends on my circumstance, you know. And a lot of people, you know, are in the exact same boat as you. You know, sometimes them not tipping you is a good thing, for them. Sometimes people can't sustain themselves if they tipped every single time. It's like, well, fine then. There's homeless people on the road. Do you give them money every single time you see them? They need money too. That's their bus. That's their struggle. That's their thing. That's their grift. What? Like, fudge, man. You're just crimping everyone, like strictly saying, and it's sort of cruel.
You can. So what am I actually supposed to do now?
The funny part to me as a person, bro, is that like you're telling me that you went to somebody who did your shit perfectly and you never tipped them. Like, you're a fucking idiot. Like,
Okay, well, no, they didn't say they did it perfectly. They just said that their hair was a mess right now, and they'd called them and said, and then the person said, oh yeah, we canceled your appointment because you didn't tip last time. And it's like, well, this is my appointment now, though. I had made an appointment for that in the past. That was a while ago. You could have told me before then, and you're not even telling me until the appointment, and I really need it because it's bad now. That's an issue of the arrogance that society perpetuates, people to do nothing for themselves until the last minute and let everyone else do everything. This is not a fault of the woman, but society, again, same with tip culture. But you people are like, no, people do what they need, and blah, 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 blah. No, you're not in it for the correctness. You're just in it to be selfish then.
Else, literally, who can do my hair like you do? What am I supposed to do? You should have valued that work.
Nico Amachulo super chatted $1.99. Here's a tip.
Thank
Playful face.
Playful face. Thank you so much.
Well, we do keep our prices very, very low, and we do rely on tips. And I thought that was the sort of
There's no way she didn't know that you're supposed to tip.
Supposed to tip. No, there's knowing, maybe. I don't know. There's no way it would have been.
Just afraid that the people who don't give me a tip, like yourself, I have to come down hard and hit the other ladies in.
Maybe I won't tip her that, if you know what I'm saying. She's gonna come down hard.
No, Papa God, no, I'll come down hard on you if you know what I'm saying. I don't know. It's not good to say these things, but we say these things because haha, and I just go blah, and you guys go, skies and blah. It's whatever. Continue.
That's life, sister.
If you make an appointment, I'll probably get you in sort of 2 or 3 weeks. But if you could.
You know what's funny too? This woman looks like she has a decent amount of money. You know what I mean? It's not like she's looking like she's struggling financially.
Okay, yes, but it's not your decision to say that.
Clean, she's got a bunch
Some people may have spent a bunch of but some people may have just like spent a bunch of money like that, and now they have no money, and they may be looking flush, but they're actually in debt or something. You don't know. Papa got all right. You can look to, I don't know, sub to me, and then we can talk. How about that? But other than that, I'll continue the video.
I don't feel bad for her.
Promise me that you will give me a tip. I will fit you in. I can't fit you in straight away, but I will do my best.
That's like horrible.
I don't know if I can promise to give you a tip. Like, I don't know what my monthly outgoings are going to be. I don't know. My energy bills are absolutely through the roof. Like,
So are hers.
I've just...
It's one thing if she went there consistently and always tipped, and then this time she's like, I'm sorry, I can't tip because I don't have the money for it because my shit went up. That's a different scenario. But this woman just wasn't tipping for apparently a year or so, for however long she went here, and then now she's complaining about it, and she's using financial issues as like an excuse, but it's not the truth because.
Well, I would just say, what is the price then? It depends. If it's like over $20, $30 for the haircut, maybe not tipping might be fine. I don't know. It depends. I don't know the culture of stuff. I don't know the time it takes for anything. But it depends. I don't know, dude. And it's just really weird to think about something like that. And where people deserve pay and deserve money, and like what credence you get to say these things without actually saying them to a degree, though, right? It's like, like, what if their prices were so low and it was like $7, right? Okay, 15% of $7 is like nothing. So it's like, well, that doesn't help. So like setting a standard that doesn't help anything in a standard isn't good when you don't congruently match things to their corresponding representatives. And it's so frustrating when you don't actually want to take the time to deal with something, but you just say that it's there and dismiss people who argue with it because it's just like, as a society, we're just too lazy to actually deal with things because we say, no, society is society. And it's like, okay, but we can fix things. You know, it's like patch notes, dude. We can update the game. You know, we can bug fix. We can do things. You know, we don't have to live in despair all the time. You know, some hiccups might come along, but change is good. It's just frustrating that we don't acknowledge that a whole bunch of things could have changed, even if they're self-regulated, because we feel like the self-regulated freedom is the thing that derives the change from it itself. But not everything has good freedom-derived self-change. But let's continue.
She wasn't tipping before any like issues were going on. It sounds like. Okay.
Just
Dimitoriasu super chatted $1.99.
Yes.
Here's a tip and happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Apparently, I'm like 1,000 years old.
It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Papaga.
See, boom. She spent loads of money on Christmas. If you can spend loads of money on Christmas, then you could have, check this out, spent more responsibly, and you could have a little more money for a tip.
Okay, but you know what? If you were a person who got into a position of knowing that they were going to go to a job that you needed tips in, maybe you could have not done that as well. It's like, shut up saying these things. It's a what-if burger of anyone to do anything differently. Like, what?
For them to be able to spend on Christmas, right? You know what I mean? This is like consumerism. It's like, yeah, I just spent $3,000 on Christmas. How am I expected to pay you an extra $20 on a fucking hair tip? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck are you talking about? $20 on a haircut? Damn! Like, unless that's like a 2-hour haircut with a head massage. No way I'm tipping $20 on that. What? $15 at most, maybe like $12. It really depends. I don't know. It's very hard pressing to me. I mean, personally though, it's like for me though, I would tip a lot because I don't do shit to any fucking shit. You know, you're like, you guys are thinking, what's this guy saying? He should tip like $300 just to have him touch his hair because it's so awful. All right, we'll continue the video.
Spend more reasonably for Christmas. Like, what a first world problem to have. I spent all this money.
Yes, we live in a first world.
You should have spent more.
Problems are problems, though, and people not knowing how to spend correctly is still a problem, first world or not, okay? Fixing things societally will help. Nagging on people and saying it's not society's fault will not help.
Responsibly on Christmas, that idiot. Like,
this is just really unfair, to be honest, Johnny. I'm really disappointed. I'm actually really disappointed.
I'm actually regularly pointed. I like that.
Ah!
Angry.
I'm actually rounded.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Weird cross-eyed thing that she just said. Oh, wow.
Shut up!
Put you in for a couple of weeks.
Wow.
And if I'm not going to get a tip, I can't fit you in. I'm sorry.
Damn, throwing shit.
Well, to be honest, Johnny, I don't think I'm going. No, I just don't worry about it. I won't actually come to the salon again.
It's funny because she had a 5-minute conversation with this girl to tell her that she ain't gonna accept her. She probably had time for hair. Although girls do a lot for their hair. For me, I'm just like boom, 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 done. I should go to a hair person.
Gotta get some hair first. Kidding. It's just funny.
Figured out because I fuck it up myself. But I always tip my barber. So.
Oh, that's your decision.
Well, yes, it is. Well, yeah, no, thank you very much for absolutely nothing.
Ooh.
Bye-bye.
The most
Oof.
polite argument I've ever seen.
Unbelievable, actually.
I believe it. Hey, listen, at the end of the day, tip your hairdresser.
Tip. Or don't, because it's up to you to do what you want to do. But, you know, that was Papa Gut. Everyone go check him out. Alright, that's the end of the video. Love ya. Peace.